Hi all. If you're new to an old guy playing games, well, then this old guy welcomes you aboard and hopes you enjoyed the show. If you've a returning viewer, then thank you for coming back. Either way, if you would like more content like this, feel free to like and subscribe so you get notifications, and certainly helps the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. Last time playing Dragon Age Veilguard, we took care of some of the character side quests, Harding, Ballara's, and Darvin's. An additional little quest we ran across about a spirit that was a little upset because of, well, some things that historically had happened to some of the Dalish in the area. And took care of that and saw to having their spirits sent off to, I assume, the Fade. Today's session, we hope to finish up those character-based side quests. So there's Emmerich and Taash is left to do. We may run into a few things along the way of doing those that we'll take care of at the same time. In addition, well, we're not going to be able to get to Nevs because we made that decision to help Treviso instead of Minrathis before we got around to doing Nevs, so it's off the table now. So I guess I'll have to play the game again if I want to see what Nev's what personal quest is. Sit back, relax, grab a drink, grab something to snack on. Let's get on with this.
Do we have the latest scouting report?
Yo, Rook! Strife talked about you. I need your help. Can you help? There are veil jumpers in the forest who have been gone too long. They were searching for relics. With the recent troubles, they could use a protective escort to bring those relics back to camp.
I'll start the search.
And I'll stay here, in case someone shows up.
Check the video. So that usually fixes that.
Aren't these the old folk?
Oh, he's hitting the wrong one there. This is trying to. Is the lighthouse not on this map somewhere? I'm probably being blind. I'll take the boat.
This is a weird question. Take it to them. They've got us in range. Don't stay there. Dead now. Didn't even know what hit him.
crazy.
Well, that's a relief.
We were talking about something.
This is a weird question, but do you think I could sit on your shoulders in battle one day?
Why?
I could shoot at people and you could axe them. We'd be walking artillery. Unstoppable.
Oh. Oh. Yes.
Onward, dweller.
Oh, it's gonna take me where I want to go. Does it take you?
The voices again.
Okay, so that's what that 3 bullets. Got it.
Untold years asleep, only to see our sanctums defiled. Even Arlathan is trampled by cast-offs and mortals. We must secure the Alluvians.
We shall. The Ontom are uneasy in the Crossroads, but they know their duty.
If they fail, give the best preserve to me for improvement.
Dead on, Tom. We're already on it.
I'm sorry, but I find it completely unnatural.
I don't get why you think cremation's so bad. Everyone outside Navarra burns their dead.
All those lost vessels, fine mansions reduced to ash. Manfred, for instance. How would his wisp have fared if I hadn't given it a body?
If I say good to meet you, will he get that?
Manfred's alert to the sentiment, certainly. I encountered him as a wisp in the necropolis years ago. A simple spirit, but so curious. He refused to leave my side.
So, you built a skeleton for the spirit to live in?
Spirits are formed from the emotions and desires of people in the mortal realm. Manfred's wisp came from curiosity. It's these spirits which animate the dead. Their drive revives the corpse, yet the corpse colors their actions. Thus, the eternal question, are undead inhuman spirits puppeting a body, or does some shade of the departed return?
I can't answer that. Can you?
I've come to believe there is a return. I swear I could see it sometimes, Rook. A glint of recognition of something more in the dead.
Hey, that's my sleeve. You trying to steal my buttons?
As well as a certain mischievousness. Manfred.
talk to me about? Okay. So I want to keep Taash. Let's bring Emmerich. This is where I think we probably still can't do this, but let's see. Okay.
Okay.
I hate keeping watch here. Tops doesn't believe me, but I swear that statue's eyes follow me at night. Why'd they build a castle around that thing anyway? Or maybe a city elf from Veilguard, but even I know the Red Wolf when I see him. Let's go upstairs before I try that out.
Looks like the Dreadwolf finds his way just about everywhere.
Rivain is on pretty good terms with the Dalish clans. We get elven stuff here and there.
This guy was looking back in that little corner I tried to get into, but... Ooh.
to take a look behind the waterfall? Sometimes there's treasure.
Day 2. Light rain all day. Found trace gold flakes in some of the streams, and a cave behind a waterfall with some weird chests. Spent an hour trying to open it, continuing down the beach. Saw Antam in the distance.
Trouble over there. Is everyone intact?
beneficial to find up here, but yeah, there we go. Iago, since you said you already had weapon recovery, we've sent mostly alchemical supplies. This should give you what you need for those lovely little traps you've been springing on your new friends in Treviso. You can send your team to our agreed-upon drop spot at the waterfall and the cliff tops. Here's to causing trouble for the undone wherever they are. Isabella.
These are the crows that were supposed to be picking up supplies.
Victims of a surprise attack. I'm excited to travel together, Taash. I've heard such stories about the Lords of Fortune.
Don't touch me if I die.
I beg your pardon?
Don't do weird magic to my corpse.
I assure you, a watcher always... Wait, what do you mean by weird?
No death magic. Rook gets my body if I die.
I what now? If that's what you wish.
Cataranda herself chased us in here. Got food and water for a day or two, but Jonas is hurt bad. I think she got Nerval. How does something that big come out of nowhere? Oh, license. Well, that was a waste.
Golden glory.
wouldn't I?
Oh. Death mage stuff?
I had jam and toast only an hour ago.
Hey. Some for you. Some for you. Hey, don't be a dick. That was for the little one. Stupid birds.
I wasn't expecting...
What?
I don't know. You with the birds, it's, this is fun.
Oh, good.
Can I help?
Sometimes I practice with the fire out here. It's safer. No people around. Lots of water.
Is it magic, or...?
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something in our blood.
The Antom called you a Dari?
Yeah. Old Kunari word for fire breather. A few like me are born every generation. My mother thinks the Dari were meant for something special. She's always looking through the old texts for clues. Come on. Don't want to scare the birds. My mother left the Qun not far from here. She got herself transferred to Kontar from Parvalan. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kontar was well fortified. How did she escape with the child?
The Qun isn't a prison. People can leave if they want. You little guys hungry?
Do you miss living under the Qun?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was an Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me. There's enough for all of you. Shathan was worried about what the Kunari would do with a fire breather like me.
What would they do?
She said they'd have me put in the Antom, use me as a berserker. The idea scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Qun. There you go. Come on. Over here's where I practice.
Why not on the beach?
Don't want to scare the birds. We just fed them. What the crap is that?
The Antom must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Vashvatari! Come on. These banners need to burn.
Taash, you got this? Nice. What does it feel like when you breathe fire like that?
It's more like spitting.
Ew.
Something inside my throat opens up and lets stuff mix together. Then there's this rush of heat as I roar it out.
I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Ooh, ouch.
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
And I guess that's the trade-off of being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
An on-time supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch. Yep.
Wow. It burned right through it.
Yep. Melts some metals, not all.
How'd you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My mother said I went through a lot of spoons as a baby. This way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that. Karash, it's Taash. I brought food.
Taash. It's good you came early. The feather clouds are getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. She's a friend.
A friend? All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the Antam when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qun. I was not taught war. I was taught the weather. Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm, and black clouds for the Antam cannons. After what they did in Ventus, I ran away.
Is there anything you need? We saw that the Antam were in the area.
Yes. I knew some of them from the Dreadnought where I worked. I know places to hide. They did not see me.
Let me know if they give you trouble.
I am at peace, Taash. I have the clouds to watch and fish to eat.
More than just fish. Here you go. Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils.
I like the cookies better.
Everyone likes the cookies better.
I'll eat the fruit. Thank you, Taash.
Panaheydan. I'll see you soon.
So the dragon hunter has a softer side.
The Qun says you take care of people.
So you're a little Kunari, a little Rivain, and a little dragon?
Yeah.
I get that.
Come on. I should tell my mother how Karash is doing. So how do you get it?
I had to leave most of my old life behind when I joined the Shadow Dragons. And now I'm fighting elven gods. So you take what works from each part, right?
Yeah. I had to take Kunari language classes growing up. I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Rivain were at peace. Now the Antam have broken from the Qun and started attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
That's their loss. People who've only ever been one thing will never know how big the world is.
Yeah? Maybe.
We came through here before. Okay.
Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
I'd rather you didn't. Not that it's my business. She's not in my...
She always did like the flustered ones. In truth, Evitash's tastes are quite varied, although it is uncommon for her to be attracted to men.
Mother.
Perhaps because in some ways, she acts more like a man herself.
Why are you here?
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some of the symbols might be used among the undone.
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see that you used your fire again. Chakra Toebra.
Chakra Toebra.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Kunari do not slouch, and neither does our language.
Yes, Mom.
Panahedan, Evitash. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Sorry. She's like that.
She's very involved in your life.
Yeah.
It was nice to meet Karash.
Yeah. It was.
Okay, how do I get to that quest? Nope, not that way. No. Okay. That way. Coffee with the crows. Oh. Here, let's go take care of that.
I understand that your mother is quite the scholar, Taash.
Yep.
It must have been wonderful growing up learning from her.
Yeah, it was great.
Seems like you're never far from the water in Rivain, one way or another.
Anti-mortars. The boss here attempt to help the boss of Treviso. I will have the butcher complaining that I am hindering his efforts. One aim does not reward those who fail. Find the crows and supplies and bring them to the warden fort. We will deliver them both to the butcher to show that the Anton Husser and Shinek are worthy of greatness.
Looks like the Anton got the supplies that were meant for the crows.
We need to get those supplies back and pay back the Anton.
Spoken with Qunari scholars, as you can imagine. I'm curious about how your mother categorizes her areas of study.
Then go ask her.
What do you think she'd be interested in, a cultural exchange?
Sure, bring Manfred. She'll be thrilled.
There's no need to mock.
I don't know if that was a mock or not. Something I am not getting in this map. So we kicked down out of there before. How did we get into there? Around to where we were.
Got it. I think I did something that I didn't know what I was trying to do.
You know, I once had the opportunity to study an ancient Kunari burial site. Well, surely your mother explained some of the significance.
Yes, all the time, like when I wanted to go swimming. And I didn't get to go until I could tell the difference between two crappy pottery shards.
Ah, I'm sorry to hear it. Trouble ahead.
Needs a second.
Being fired upon!
End it!
End them now!
Finish it!
One of the crows is still amongst the living.
What? As well. Oh, you're way too cheap.
The Antom kept me alive so they could use me to trick Rivain into sending more supplies. I didn't think anyone was coming. The Lords of Fortune wouldn't abandon you. It's the least we could do for the crows. Thank you for your timely arrival. I'll get the supplies to Treviso and pay back the Antom there.
A lot less staggering. Yeah, that's what I got for now. Get to that, I gotta get above. Well, we'll come back to this one later. We need to deal with that. Here and there. I got a fast travel on the world map. What the heck? Alright, left. Okay. Up there.
Oh,
certain positions.
That's interesting.
What is?
That chill, just now. Someone, yes, a death nearby, some ages ago. What an extraordinary flux of emotions to create such an imprint.
Are you doing death mage stuff?
If I found the right parts, I could ask how they died.
What? Why?
She seems a little freaked with our necromancer.
Watch yourself. Trouble coming.
Enemies at range. Coming at range.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
Is everyone intact?
It's my new ultimate from your duelist.
We sail. The deeper currents.
Dickory video. Give me a second.
There's an interesting letter there, Rook.
Dear Sviago, you may not believe this, but I've learned something about those boorish Antom that may be useful. Send someone when you can. Or come by with Taya. I have some new pieces to show. Regards, Master Trella, proprietors of the Trella Gallery of Fine Arts.
An art merchant has information on the Antom?
Mistress Trella would not waste our time. Visit her gallery and ask her what the Antom are up to.
Well, that's
I promise he's not
weird.
sending you just for some exposure to Antivan art.
There are worse ways to spend an evening.
Always eager for your business.
Use it. I'll have it.
I'm always open.
I've thrown 100 novices. I see them when I sleep.
Air would call 100 a poor start.
Hey, corpse guy.
It's Emmerich. Please.
I heard Navarra has lots of dragons. You ever see a Wildervale spitter?
I can't say that I have.
You know it can breathe fire or poison gas.
It's not really my area of expertise.
The fire breath is actually just the poison gas. It burns when the dragon breathes.
Ah.
Most dragons always ignite their breath. The spitter's special for being able to choose whether to light it up.
Everything all right, Rook? Come on, Ilario will meet us at Cafe Pietra. It's not that far from here. We have time before he arrives. I wouldn't mind looking around a while. The markets are running. Good. I need to get some things while we're here. Let's try here.
Monster bones, really?
For Hassan, think of it as a bribe to stop him from chewing on the alluvian. Treviso. I barely had time to look around when we returned from the ossuary. And then there was the dragon.
You miss just being here, without the chaos.
I used to think it would never change. Ah, here.
A potted plant?
For Harding's Garden, spearmint is supposed to calm bad dreams. It's good in desserts, too.
So, you and Ilario are cousins?
Yes, but we're more like brothers. Katarina took us both in, a long time ago now.
Can I help you with anything?
Of course, of course.
Here's the place. Bellara mentioned the daily seafood recipe she wants to make.
The demon of Virantium is grocery shopping for the team.
Have you seen what they eat? It's a miracle you didn't all starve before you hired me.
When we met, it didn't seem like Ilario and Katarina were close.
It was hard to be close to her, even for me. And I was her favorite.
Fine.
Let's try here.
Antivan wine glasses. Very fancy.
For Emmerich. He keeps side-eyeing the drinkware and shaking his head when he thinks no one is looking. I once spent 4 hours in the market while Ilario searched for the perfect pair of silk gloves.
4 hours?
Ilario has always been fussy. And he wanted to impress a woman. A good selection. Fresh fruit. Nev only eats fried fish. You'd think a detective would have discovered scurvy by now.
I notice you have expensive taste.
I lived a very comfortable life before.
But you did your own shopping?
I suppose not always. Ah, perfect.
Ground peppers?
Taash said something about wanting more exciting meals. I thought I'd oblige.
Is that everything on the list?
Yes, and Ilario should be here by now. Let's go before he gets himself in trouble.
You can't buy something for everyone but yourself. Here, this is for you.
A wyvern tooth dagger? I loved wyverns as a boy. Katarina would never let me have one of these, though.
Fight well.
The elven way to greet people is Andara Artichoke. It's such a pretty. What can I get?
Cafe Pietra is just ahead.
That's where I'm meeting your cousin? Why not the casino?
House Cantori has many talents. Making coffee is not one of them.
Finally. I thought you might leave me here all by my lonesome.
Please. You think I'd ever pass up Cafe Pietra's coffee?
You see, Rook, my cousin is all stomach and no heart.
Don't mind him. Ilario cannot appreciate anything but himself. They serve a specialty roast here, Andoral's breath. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
Bitter's good. Chocolate is better.
They have chocolata calda. It was my favorite drink as a child.
I think you're shaming me, but I'm ordering the Choco Chico thing. Nobody's listening. Should we get to business?
There's still the one at table 3.
She just left to follow the waitress.
So, you have something?
The crows I sent after Sarah have picked up her trail. They say she's gone to Virantium.
I have a friend who's very good at finding people.
Katarina was first talon. This is crow business. We can handle it.
Apparently not. Your lead is no good, cousin.
You have better information?
We're compromised. There's no other way Zara could even touch Katerina. You need your eyes here, in Antiva.
Zara would never be foolish enough to stay. Not with you out for blood.
Of course she would. If the crows protecting her are here.
Look, reason with him, would you? He's being paranoid.
I am not paranoid. She came after me. She came after Katerina. She will come for you too.
If it'll make you feel better, I'll clean house, all right? Leave this to me.
He's gone.
Of course he is. Ilario always caves under pressure.
Your cousin only seems to hear about one word in 10.
He's always been this way. He hears what he wants to hear.
So are you glad to be back in Antiva?
It doesn't feel real yet. And it wasn't this fool of Anton when I left.
I can imagine it's a shock.
They say taste and smell awaken our strongest memories. For so long, memories were all I had. But whatever the circumstances, the here and now is a much finer place to be. How's your chocolate calda?
Delicious. Everyone deserves a chance to try it. Ready to head back to the lighthouse?
Almost.
I think going back to the Lighthouse is probably a good choice right now. But well, where the heck is... Ooh. There it is.
The butcher wants to see Treviso? Then he shall. My father will throw a ball, and I will wear the best dress.
Rather be at a bar. Coffee makes everyone smell angry.
A place one leaves so that one might look forward to returning.
Water. Fast travel. That's fast travel. Once I remember where I'm going again. Okay. take some time to check in with everybody, see if there's anything we want to do with the workbench. And then we will probably finish up for this session. Uh-oh, clock at the table.
No, I know. It doesn't make any sense, but it works.
Wouldn't the connection to the lyrium cause...
The veil to rupture? Not if you're careful. Really, really careful.
Rook, good to see you. Belara was telling me about one of the artifacts she calmed. Her manipulation of the Hylic spheres put some circle mages I know to shame.
Oh, that's so nice. Really?
Belara, repairing the Illuvian network alone is worth a thesis.
Have you run into anything like it before?
Not at all. The principles are familiar, but the application, the finesse. Though admittedly, my interests lie more with the spirits. Look to Belara for elven magic expertise.
You were here, what, 5 minutes? And you had that thing fixed?
And it's quite a complex mechanism.
Well, thank you.
That said, I've noticed you working at all hours on that artifact.
Really? I don't think it's all hours.
And you're either the first to wake, or you simply aren't sleeping some nights.
Thank you, Professor, but I'm fine. Mostly.
You don't seem that certain.
Well, when you're in the Fade, there's no sun or moon. So I tend to lose track of time. Just a little bit.
So you sleep more regularly outside the Fade?
Well, sometimes. Maybe. But we're in Solas's old home. There's so much to learn.
And we've time to learn it. But in order to do that, you must take care of yourself.
That knowledge isn't going anywhere. Relax a little. Get some rest. You'll feel better and work better.
Right. I'm not great at that. Relaxing, I mean, I think to myself, what if I do it wrong? Then it's 3 hours later and I'm even less relaxed than I was.
Perhaps I can help you.
With what? Relaxing?
Yes. I can teach you some breathing exercises. The ones we show initiates.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you.
Of course. We must look out for one another.
And thank you too, Rook.
Anytime.
Okay, I am going to relax right away. But first, I had another question.
I thought you might.
In his room 2. Terrible. And up here. Oh, now I have.
You've been quiet.
I know. Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I? I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
Do you think this voice has answers about your magic?
She must. What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her. She said to look to those closest to the stone to locate her.
Meaning?
The children of the stone. Dwarves. Not surfacers like me, but the ones from the deep roads. Maybe there are other people down there with magic.
I'd like for you to get the answers you're looking for.
Me too. I know some people in Orzammar. I'll reach out. If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
This chest got lost in the fade and someone shepherded it to our doorstep. Is it just me, or does the armor look somehow familiar, like something an old friend would wear? Those are items that came out with the first patch, if I recall right.
Carving monsters, huh? Didn't figure you for an artist.
This is by necessity. If you know your enemy, their weak spots, maybe you live another day.
You've got a flair for the dramatic.
Nothing scarier than the real thing.
What will you do with it?
Standard bestiaries are always some mage drawing things they've never seen, taking the piss out of it. They don't understand how when the hunt ends and you come nose to nose with an ogre, someone's going to die. So I'm making the real Monster Hunter manual.
Who are you doing it for?
Balmor, that imbecile in Tevinter, lecturing on things he doesn't know about. And Ludric over in Rivain thinks taking a rock wraith down with a lucky shot makes him a champion.
Yeah, Ludric and his ego.
You ever met Ludric?
Well...
Because he's been dead 300 years, living off the legend of one fluke arrow.
Oh. I just wanted to make you feel better.
My reward is showing these idiots how it's done.
Sounds like a fun read. I'm in.
You have to buy it first.
Where's the Gloom Howler?
Can't carve it till I know what it is. You want a piece of the Howler boy?
Is he ready?
Was I ready the first time I fought a Hurlock?
Well, you're still alive.
I got my ass handed to me. Broke 4 ribs and cracked my jaw. Then I got back up and drove a blade through its skull. In this line of work, Asan and I are only as strong as the quarry we hunt.
Makes sense. You'll learn to fight by fighting.
I don't know another way. Out there in the world, you sink or swim.
Can a half lion, half eagle swim?
Don't know. Asan?
Which half was that?
Search me. Both halves share the same stomach.
Right. I'll see you around.
Rook, do you have a minute?
Of course. Something wrong?
Thea wants to meet.
Well, that doesn't sound like a bad thing.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Oh, right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spike gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Taya waiting.
For me?
Let's see if Nev will talk to me. Ooh. More than that.
Nev, settling back in.
More or less. Lots to catch up on, but when isn't there? I'm ready to get back to work. If we could skip the personal catch-up. Not the day for it.
Take all the time you need.
Okay. Still not really talking to me.
Taking a walk?
Let me talk to her, huh?
Need and knowledge.
Let's see if there's parents' options or anything I cared for. I think we'll leave it here. So we've completed Taash's and Lucanis's little character side quest, although it looks like we gained an additional one for Lucanis. In between, we hunted down the undone who ambushed and stole some supplies that were intended for the crows in Treviso. I also spent a lot of time wandering lost on the Rivian map, so we'll see how much of that survives the editing when I get around editing it. I'm recording this before that, so if you enjoy this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and have a good day.